Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, so that's me there, and this guy here is called Maff. And together we do these live streams on weekdays at around midday UTC. Now, we did one on Friday. It was a bit of a technical disaster, unfortunately, so I'm just going to refer you to Thursday's one, when the title of it was Make Money as Bitcoin Dumps Hard. And obviously, at the time, we didn't know about the escalation of things in the Middle East and all that. But nevertheless, we were talking from a technical point of view about the fact that the price of Bitcoin had gone up like this, and then it started to come down. And Maff was talking about how this bullish retracement level that's drawn in by our indicator, which is called Quadzilla, this was probably going to get reached. And I also suggested that there was also one on the 1 hour time frame that could possibly get reached as well. So let's just listen to what we talked about on Thursday.
So we're kind of waiting for the opposite of that to happen down here. And it might, by the time that happens, it might well have come down and hits that retracement level. That's what we normally see with those, is it's, because that's a bullish retracement level, the green one. So it has the three steps. You have like the up, it actually is up to there really, then the down to, so maybe it might wick down below it, and then the step 3 would be the up. So however that works out, quite a high probability scenario, I would think. So and down here that would kind of, they would converge similarly and come around, maybe head back up.
How do you feel about the one on the 1 hour though, that's down at like 65.3?
So that one. Oh yeah, okay. So actually, what was that? What was this one at? That was at, is that 68? Okay, and so on the 4 hour, there's nothing particularly below that. So yeah, on the 1 hour, that's really interesting. So it touched that one really nicely, and so this is where you kind of see that these retracement levels really do, mark out kind of significant levels. So like here, this one was, because it's in its step 2, is kind of saying, yeah, we're going to see the price maybe wick below this level and head back up for a bit. That is what happens. But overall, you can kind of see the EMAs are coming down. So it touched that level, wicked below it, came back up. But after that, the price just wanted to carry on heading down. Same thing here with this one. The EMAs are still doing that, as in like coming down quite a lot. And yeah, so this one down here, obviously the price nearly came down to it there. Woof. Sorry, doing my animal impressions now. But just, yeah, so the price just kind of came out to it, nearly hit it. It kind of bounced really, didn't it? You can see that as maybe a bit of a range, because it wicked below. If I switch that to maybe like that, draw that in. So in which case it kind of, if that was essentially a range, so it's the distance it wicked below, I've just kind of drawn that the same distance above the level as well. So if that therefore is kind of a range. I don't know how scientific that is. It seems plausible, but it touched down into that range, headed back up, quite nice kind of impulsive move to the upside, reversing back down. It would complete that, well, maybe from there, complete that new market structure. There was this one, which it completed. Now there's more of that going on, maybe, and then hopefully another hit to the upside. So yeah, on the 1 hour, that's kind of entirely possible. But how long it takes to get down there is another matter.
So you can see what actually happened last night was the price did come down and did complete this retracement here on the 4 hour. So the 1 hour ones we were looking at were these ones here, and then now we're looking at this one here. So how likely is this one to get completed? Well, this is what we call the step 2 of the retracement. So basically the step 1 is from there to there, and then the step 2 is where it retraces down to there. There's also a step 3 as well, where it goes from the overshoot down there back to that retracement level again. So that could happen as well. Now that could obviously happen to a more deeper extent. That could come down to more like that, for example. So I seriously think that the level we need to be looking at is round about 65.4k. Now, to take the guesswork out of this, what we can do is use the statistics that are built in to the Quadzilla indicator. So all we need to do is go to the Inputs tab and show the stats module. We want to see it for the retracement levels. Okay. And what that will show us here is that these bullish retracement levels, the step 2 gets completed 94.47 of the times. So this is showing the results from the 1st of January 2023. So there's been 470 of these retracements and 444 of them have completed. So the likelihood is that we are coming down to there, I would say. Now, the reason the dump happened last night is because the market was uncertain, and being the weekend, stocks were immune to it, so crypto suffered. So this is the state of the news now.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday warned that Washington would obliterate Iran's power plants if Tehran fails to fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours, signaling a dramatic escalation in the conflict. If Iran doesn't fully open without threat the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours from this exact point in time, the United States of America will hit and obliterate their various power plants, starting with the biggest one first.
Okay, so he doesn't like to mess about, does he? What do you think? I can't see Iran backing down myself. There again, getting their power plants taken out would cause extreme hardship for Iran, and the knock-on effect will be felt throughout the rest of the world. So it's not good. So how am I playing this? Well, what I actually did this morning was I converted some of the USDT that I had into Bitcoin. And I think what I might do is I might set some long orders around the lower 60k sort of levels. But really, I am going to be watching out for when the price comes down to maybe this purple line here. And I'll show you what that is. That is a monthly line, which is actually this pivot point here from August 2024. It is also worth bearing in mind that we could also see a low which would take out the low of August 2024, which is down at 48,914. So is it worth shorting at the moment? Possibly, but it will depend on what Iran's answer is on Monday. I personally think they're going to be hostile and they're not going to open the Strait of Hormuz. But strange things happen sometimes. It wouldn't be the first time that the president changes his mind over the weekend. So be prepared for anything, but definitely be prepared for lower prices. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And while you're down there, please do make sure you are subscribed and all that good stuff. And we'll see you tomorrow for the live stream at midday UTC. Take care and tell all your friends. Please note that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Any information or opinions provided are not guaranteed to be accurate or complete. Always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. A full legal disclaimer is in the description of each video and live stream.